Hi guys. Okay, yes, I am a little bit late today. I have been doing some printing and it's just taken longer than I could have hoped. So that is a pain. It's a bit of a rush on a Thursday evening. We have my youngest daughter's ballet, so we eat late, and I just had imagined too much stuff today. So to try and get it done, and it didn't quite work out. Hi Nick, how you doing? Right, well I am here. Hopefully people have given me a chance with this one, because I just had, well, I've been trying to get these things done, you know. I printed these 2 new books out, and we're going to have a look at the changes, and we're going to fly to another planet and just have a little play around with that. But also do the updates. Hang on, bear with me. I'm still here, just give me a sec. Right, so I did an update. Hey, how are we doing? What we got? Right, so we got Todd. How you doing? We got Blue Eyed Geek, Nick, Steve, Jeff, Matt. Good to see you guys. How's life? Jeff says, "Hey Toby, I'm back from vacation, so I'm catching up from the last couple of weeks. Got all my stuff in the mail. Thank you." Fantastic. That is good to hear. Hopefully more and more people are getting their mail. It has been fairly stressful, as you can imagine. Hang on, bear with me. You can tell I'm in the middle of trying to finish things off. Let's just print this again. And yeah, what was I saying? Vacation, Jeff. Where did you go on vacation? Tell us. Did you camp? Was it camping? Or were you by the pool? Was it a bit of an excursion? Finally caught up with the this month's backlog of projects and have 2D6 Discord all set up. Yeah, so guys, we have 2D6 Discord. It's finally set up, thanks to Todd, and with the help of Nick, who is one of the admins on the Discord channel. And go in there, chat. I popped my head in, and there was some stuff going on, some people discussing stuff. I haven't had a chance to really get in and oh, your daughter got married. Buffalo, New York. Is Buffalo in New York? Ah. Now, when I was hey, the blind picker, good to see you. When I was at school, 17, 18, Americana was massive, sort of back in the 80s, and I got into American football, and I do love American football, and the team that I like the look of was the Buffalo Bills, and because I didn't really know where Buffalo was, and I just liked the helmets and the mascot, the kind of the buffalo on the helmet. I thought it was fantastic. I got into American football and I played for an American football side called London Thunder, and I was a wide receiver. And I did that for a year, and I got injured, and then it put me off. About 30 minutes from Niagara Falls. Bills play in London on Sunday. Been a Bills fan since the 1970s. Jeff! Well, the thing that I found that I didn't understand with American football was the draft policy and how that all worked. Because when that came in, I was kind of put off, and then I kind of fell out of interest of it. But recently, I've been watching some more football, and we have the football on, and I record it and then watch it, have it on in the background when I'm doing work. So, Green Bay Packers were the team in my day. They were big back in the UK. Green Bay Packers were big in the UK. Miami Dolphins, not the Buffalo Bills so much. So I don't know why I picked them, but I just did. Was it Thurman Thomas who was the running back? And those guys, Jim Kelly. Those guys, I can't remember much of them now. Oakland Raiders, hometown team. Nice. Raiders never should have left Oakland. You see, I don't quite understand how suddenly all the teams have suddenly appeared and there's new teams and that, because I've always related it to football in this country. Because it used to be you just get transfers and players, wouldn't you? But then they introduced a draft system to make it fairer, and I didn't understand. It's still kind of shrouded in mystery for me how it all works. So I've never really got my head around it. I did watch a couple of YouTube videos a year back or something to sort of see if I could figure out what was going on, because I like the whole spectacle of it. Glad to hear you're a fellow US sports-loving Brit. I just love sport, full stop. I mean, I've been watching the Cricket World Cup today. It always amuses me, the relationship that Americans have with cricket, and I've never known an American to really understand cricket in any form or shape. Live in Patriots country, but they suck. Yeah, I'm going to watch the Bills at the weekend. I think it's on TV, so I will be watching that, which is good. We use crickets for fishing. Yes, Thurman Thomas, Jim Kelly, 4 straight Super Bowl losses those years, unfinished business. Bills know how to lose in spectacular. Yeah, exactly, Jeff. Exactly. I'm a big fan, or was a big fan of Jimmy White, who is a snooker player. It's a bit like pool, if you don't know what And Jimmy White lost 7 World Cup championships in the final, and Snooker World Championships, and he never won it. If you like sports so much, Toby, how can you be a Watford supporter? Very good. Yeah, I know. Watford lost 2-0 last night to a very underwhelming... who was it? God, I can't even remember the side now. Sunderland. Very depressing. Well, Watford were my local team, so my father had a shop in Watford town centre. He was a kitchen fitter, and I used to go to his shop on Saturdays, and so it just made sense that I should go to see Watford play. So, and and I loved it. I do love sport. I was a big sports person when I was younger. I played badminton. That was my sport, and I used to play all over the country, and I just wish it had been football or golf. It would have been good. It would have been much better. I like golf and that sort of thing. Still better results than my beloved Hatters at the moment. Oh my god. I forget you're a Luton scum. Yeah, I mean, I don't know whether... There's a lot of... the people in the chat there, I mean, Watford and Luton are enemies. Arch enemies. It's the local rivalry. And Luton went down to the fourth tier of the divisions. And then over the last few years, they've climbed back up. And now they've gone up to the Premiership, which is like the first time they've been there. Watford has spent many years in the Premiership. Although Watford have come down to the Championship, and now Luton have overtaken them into the Premiership, but they'll be right back down with us next year. Watford aren't going up. Right, so what's happening in the gaming world? It's away from the sporting world. Let's have a look. I've got the update here. Let me just move this over here one sec. Here we are. Yes. So, I put an update on the Kickstarter and on Facebook regarding 2D6. So we'll do some 2D6 chat first, and then we'll have a look at some of this. Because I just want to do another little excursion into another planet and establish some good values there. And we can talk about when Intergalactic Space Trader is going to be, hopefully... going to publish it tomorrow, so on itch.io. So if you're not following me on itch.io, get in there and do that follow so you get the alert for when this comes live. It's going to be free, although I'm going to list it as pay what you want. Is that what it's called? And where you can choose to pay some money for it. You don't have to. You can get it for free, which is fine. There's also going to be there's going to be 2 other ships. Hi Brian, good to see you. And there's going to be 2 ships that are going to be expansions of the TIC F6A. We're going to have a look at this in a minute. I'm going to talk about some of the changes and how to use the product, basically. Right, 2D6. So I published the creature card template, which people can download. It's got layers in it, so you can, and it's got the text in it. Well, the starting text, so you can fill in your own text, make your own creatures. Some people have asked this of me, so I thought I would make it available. I know that we've got some really creative people out there who are involved with this, and they would like to be able to do that. I know some of them have made templates, some of them have taken the template, the image, and made their own versions. So that's pretty damn cool. Thanks, Nick. That's awesome. And it includes 2 files really. One, which is the template, which you can type into, and 2 is the second one is a file that includes the assets, the dice. You can just copy and paste into the other file, and the creature type icon, which is in the top right hand corner. You just got to swap that out, and then you can create your own creatures. Now, on top of that, to sort of help promote that, but also sort of a bit of fun, we've got the Halloween competition. Create a monster using the creature card template, which again, if you want to know where that is, it's on the Kickstarter, it's on Facebook, and I've sent it out to late pledgers. I've still got a few more to send. There's so many people, so many late pledgers. It's just completely bonkers, but we love it. And so Halloween. So on the 31st of October, I'm going to be doing a special Halloween stream. during which time I will be announcing the winner of the Halloween creature card competition. So hopefully we have some creature cards created. Otherwise, nobody's going to win the competition. But I've got a feeling we've got some in the pipeline, which is going to be fantastic. So there are just a few rules for this competition. The creature should be Halloween themed. That's not a surprise. The creature must be level 1 and appropriately balanced, but not too powerful, basically. So you can look at other level 1 creatures and base it upon them. Permission should be available for use of the art on the creature, just in case we decide to publish these cards that people are making, of course, with their permission. And we want to have art that we can use in that situation. The creature card must be of your own design, but can be based upon known Halloween legends. Okay, so jack-o'-lantern, for example, or werewolves, or that type of thing. You feel free to use inspiration and create your own types. Of course, the design will be in the type of interrupt that the creature has. So that'll be interesting. Finished cards should be submitted as a TIFF with the file layers. So the layers that are on it, just leave them on it, and then sent to me, toby@drgames.co.uk. You can submit as many cards as you like. Now, there's every chance that if they're of a acceptable grade, if you like, so they kind of fit in with the style of 2d6 Dungeon, they will go into a future product at some point. So we will look at that, and of course I won't use any of them unless I've asked that person's permission. Goes without saying. Deadline is the 16th of October. There's every chance that could be expanded out, so we'll see. The prize is a signed hardback edition of 2d6 Dungeon. So that is not a cheap price. That is a good prize that we will send through to you. Postage update. So we are working hard. We will have all of the original backers' pledges sent out come Monday. Okay, so we've obviously been working hard through the faux leathers. Now they've taken so much longer than we thought. This just taken this extra week because the way we pat them is so that we're having to really carefully look after the faux on the outside so that it doesn't get damaged. And we use bubble wrap, and it's taken longer. And but they'll all be out by Monday. So I hate the fact it's taken an extra couple of weeks to get this done, but it will guarantee that we get all these books arrive safely at their destinations, and they are expensive products, so we want to do a good job. What else have we got? We are continuing to work through the late pledges. Obviously, we get more of those in every day, so we work back. We work at the furthest on the late pledges, if you like, not the most recent. So if you've recently pledged, it can still take a week or two to get sent because we've got so many that we're kind of keeping up with. We have now finished. We've now finished advertising the faux leather, so that is now done. So all the faux leathers are done, and it's going to be taken off the Microsoft form, which is the late pledge form. So if you've ordered the faux leather, you're fine. They are a limited edition for the Kickstarters. You won't be able to buy those on the shop, but they will be available in the next Kickstarter campaign. But it will say second printing in the faux leather. So these are the first edition faux leathers that are... And Nick, yes, yours is on the way. Sorry, Nick, did you order a foe? Can't remember. At what point do you stop accepting late pledges? That is the next point. So, we don't accept faux leather late pledges anymore, but because all of the original backers' products will have been sent out on Monday, right, or on Saturday, so largely most of them are going on Saturday, and that has been the faux, the layers. We have to reprint the layer. Yes, I did. I got everything other than the hardback. Yes, can't wait for the leather. Yes, it is on the way to you, Nick. I've taken special care with it, obviously, and included a couple of little things in there for you as well, my friend, for all your hard work. So that is all done. So all the original backers, and a huge percentage of the late pledges have been sent their stuff as well. On Sunday, we are going to publish the game on our website. Now, there's a good reason. There's good reason for this. We wanted to make sure everybody had their pledges, or they were being sent. So not everybody would have received them, but the pledges on the website, go into the late pledges list. So anybody who buys on the website isn't going to get their product before the late pledges do. So we're going to be ending the late pledges on Sunday, and any purchases after that will come through the website. So the late pledge button on the website, on the Kickstarter, will be a link to our shop. What this does is it reduces our admin down by half. Okay, so at the moment when people late pledge, they fill out a form, we respond to the form, they come back, and then we go back to them. At this moment, once it goes on the website on Sunday, it will be the digital, the paperback, and a limited number of hardbacks, physical. So the only place you'll be able to get the physical products are on our website. The digital product will be cheaper on our website, but we're also going to publish it on DriveThruRPG and itch.io on Sunday. So it's going to be, the digital is going to be available in 3 locations. itch.io and DriveThruRPG both take a percentage of my money. So on our website, we can charge less for it. So if you want to get it cheaper, you can do it on the website. That's the digital product. The paperback and the layers will also be available digitally as well as physically on our website. So yes, so it's kind of like a handing over process to reducing admin, making it just like processed on the website, and that's how long it is. It's been quite a while now since the campaign launched, so this seemed like the right point, the right time for us to publish on our website and remove it from the Kickstarter, if you like, move it from the late pledge form. So that's where we're at with it. So it's like this turnover phase, and anybody who is on that late pledge list, they are priority to any new orders we get on the shop. But those will hopefully, by the time we start to get orders, we would have cleared a lot of those late pledges anyway. We've got a big operation this weekend to try and make things, get everything out there. So I'll get it ready to go on the Monday morning. So yeah, it has been a huge undertaking. We've learned some lessons. Definitely have learned some lessons. We've never had to send so many, thousands of items out like this, but we have recognised, 1, we still want to do this ourselves. 2, we like to be in charge of this because we deal directly with people's issues and problems if they have any. There's always going to be a few. There's been not many since we've upped the game. So we've been really pleased. We've learned lessons about certain countries that problems with customs, changes, ways that we have to wrap certain packages for different countries. things we have to put with them, the paperwork we have to have available when things are queried, and we're kind of handling that ourselves. So we still feel like this is the right way of doing it. This faux leather process has taken slightly longer than we'd hoped, but we have had a lot go out before then, and we will only do it more efficiently and better when 2D6 Realm comes along, which hopefully will hopefully not be too long now. And I will be playtesting. I will be sending out 2D6 Realm to playtesters in a couple of weeks. So that is on the card. So people like Nick and Jeff and Todd and Brian and Steve. Right. I apologise if I missed this before I got in, but have you determined a date for the Kickstarter for 2D6 Realm? I think that was the name. That is Ebbit. How are you doing, my friend? Good to see you. We had said December, and that was very much about fitting with timings here. Godzilla, how are you doing? Godzilla42, good to see you, my friend. But there's a lot of research that says launching Kickstarters in December isn't great. Now, I personally think it'll matter with this because it's about continuing the journey for a lot of people who've already invested in 2D6, so they will come back in. But it feels like everything's telling me not to launch the Kickstarter in December. Any article, any kind of feedback I get, and I'm like, maybe I should try and get it ready for November. So late November, which gives me nearly 2 months to get the Kickstarter ready. Now, John, good morning. John Ross, thank you very much. From Australia. Brilliant. Thank you. I love Australia. We lived in Australia for a while. And we're going to be going back there next year. We lived on the Gold Coast for a while. Things really haven't taken that long, relatively speaking. Well, thanks, Todd. One RPG Co. I backed stuff takes an average of 12 to 15 months to even get the product ready for print, lol. I know, I kind of, yeah, I hear that. So I do bear that in mind. And I'm trying to set my own goals and my own expectations, and they're high. I've got high expectations, so I try and keep to it. So, Jason, how are you doing? I was wondering about the monster card text that you'd recently sent out. I've had trouble finding the matching text on Adobe fonts. Can you provide the font name? Oh, Jason, you should be able to just go in and select the text in Adobe, and it will just tell you what the text is. And I can't remember what it is. I will. That is a good question. What is the text? Hang on, people. Jason wants to know. Let's have a look. What is the text? Bear with me. Right. The text is Franklin Gothic demicond. Franklin Gothic demicond. Franklin Gothic. There we go. Yeah, we took quite a while kind of trying to figure out which one was the most readable. So hopefully that helps, Jason. Sorry, slightly off topic, no problem. Vincent says it may be financially budgeting over. Yes, that could be it. So launching it over Christmas could be tapping into people's finances, you see. Maybe January would be better than November or December. Yeah, Ebbet, it may be. It may be. We'll just have to see. I mean, if you follow me on, if you follow me on Kickstarter, you'll get an alert for when I go live. If you backed before, like most of you did, unless you're late pledges, you will get a notification. I will be spreading the word around, so it depends. If it can be ready for November, I don't think that's a problem because this campaign was launched 6 months ago. So having the expansion launched 6 months or 8 months after, I think is a reasonable gap. So, and then through into the beginning of 2024, we can work on finishing it, completing it, and sending it out and get it out during the beginning of 2024. Fingers crossed. So we'll just have to see. One of the good things about 2D6 Realm is that it's going to be using some of the core rules from 2D6 Dungeon. So it's already got a foundation. Because the encounters that you have in it will be using those rules. It's just how you generate the land, how you manage it, how you gain titles, how you manage people, your retinue, all the things that kind of build up your realm and make you kind of like a duke. I can't remember what I gave the names. I've written the names down somewhere. But we will have a stream where we start to talk about 2D6 Realm, and that will be there. So that is coming. So that's exciting. So yeah, that basically covers most of what I said. Don't forget, there's the creature card Halloween competition. We want to see people's creatures because on Halloween I'm going to go live and we'll just have a stream chatting. Maybe we'll do some Halloween stuff. So we may do maybe Halloween dungeon or something like that and use those creatures and see what happens. Be nice if it would be nice to be able to print some, and give credits to people. And yeah, that's kind of where we're at with it. So, and we will have a Rad Zone RPG stream at some point soon, when we can do a little bit of development work maybe and have a look at some of the situation. Maybe we'll look at some of the narrative. So on another note, so Rad Zone RPG, which is Steve's baby, I am still developing that in the background, obviously, with everything going on. It's been like a madhouse here. I'm excited for more. I've been working on using my 2D6 maps to create 5e one-shots. It's been pretty fun. Ebbet, that's fantastic. Someone, was it you, Ebbet? Someone on the Facebook group did this really cool post. So they had the red box set, the basic Dungeons & Dragons red box set, and had the picture of the box, which looks really, really fine and really well looked after. Haha, not me. And the second picture is the box lifted up and put to the side, and inside the red box set is 2D6 Dungeon just neatly stacked inside the box. And I thought that was fantastic. And I just thought that just really tapped right into my memory, and you can see what that's part of the origin of 2D6 Dungeon, that kind of classic D&D. I hesitate to call it OSR because certain people have different attachments to that term, and it's just classic Dungeons and Dragons. And Tony yes. I'm going to sneeze. Hang on. I thought it was. I'm going to sneeze in a minute. I've just got just some dust up my nose. This room is so dusty. Oh dear. Right, hopefully I don't sneeze again, but we can't guarantee that. I don't know whether anybody else collects toys and models and stuff like that. Obviously, people here probably do. Thank you, Gozza. But dusting around them is a complete nightmare. So there are certain areas of my room where my collections stand that there's dust and just gets up my nose sometimes. I think last stream you indicated there was going to be some add-on content that could be purchased. Are you going to be additional ships, models, or such as that? Yes. Right, so Ebit, for this new game, yes. So, Jason, I'm using 2D6 to create spaceship map for the Alien one-shot I'm running this weekend. It's been a blast. Fantastic. Jason, you've got to share that map on the Facebook group. I'd love to see it. I'd love to see your maps as well, Ebit. That would be fantastic. I just think that's one of the nice things about this game. About 2D6, it gives so many possibilities to all sorts of different games, which is just a byproduct. It wasn't my intention initially, but then it just became clear as we were making it, as I was making it, that it could be a very useful tool, full stop. Oh God, I've got dust up my nose. Come on. Right, so we have... so last week we had... yes, I can't read that out, Nick. I couldn't give it credit. I'm working on one in Incarnate. I will post in Discord when it's done. Nice, that would be cool. Oh, the Discord, yes. Don't forget, Nick, put the Discord up there. You're the man. Right. Thank you. Right. Here we go. So I've got a series of. These are my kind of. These are all the books that I've been printing and testing. So we did. Which one was last week? We did this one. Here we go. So what we're going to do today is. So IST. That's a good question. International Space Trader, Intergalactic Space Trader, is I'm publishing it probably tomorrow, and it will be available on itch.io, which is do you know, Vincent? Do you know itch.io? It's like it's the fastest growing gaming retail platform, if you like. Excuse me, just while I blow my nose. Yes. Right. So, what we're going to do is, it's basically pay what you want. So it's free. You can download it for free. And there's going to be a couple of expansions. There's going to be 2 other ships, the Wasp and the Scarab, and they are going to be available as well. And those will be £1 or £2 for those other booklets, and they have unique content for the ship inside the manual. But I have been working on an update, and this is it here. So what we're going to do is quickly fill out. So there's some comparisons. So we've done some work looking at numbers, and I've reduced capacity, fuel capacity. I've moved the damage chart down here to streamline it down to this section here. And we've got a cargo hold credits. I'm gonna transfer it across now. Scott suggested that I put the names of the products in here. I had a look at doing that, and what happened was it took up too much space. So for the moment, what we're going to do is we're going to have just a space where you write it and rub it out. Just for the moment, I have updated this section here, entering the star system. It's now got an example there of how to do it, and gives you a bit more information. We're going to do this today. Thanks, Nick, you're awesome. And in fact, there's a few other little bits and pieces, but it largely works. What you have to understand about this game is it's a crunchy game. It's a numbers game. It's something you just chip away at and you slowly build. Very much like the original games it's based on, like Elite Frontier. So right, so this is the planet we went to, and we bought Caxo. We bought 35 fruit, and we've got that in the inventory. We've got 1 flume cell left. I'm going to change this because we're going to change this to the updated one. We've got 0 credits left, so we're just going to put Toby. Got 2 barter points, 0 pilot points. Credits 0. We've got 1 flume cell. So when we go to the next planet, we are going to need to buy a flume cell if we want to get the hell out of there. And in the cargo, we've got 35 fruit and veg. Okay, so we could put in here bought at Caxo. Okay, which is this area here. Now we don't have any investments in Caxo. That was just written there as an example. So this is the planet we went to. So I'm not going to go too much into this now because we're going to do the next planet. So we're still in our spaceship. We don't have any upgrades to the tick, and we're going to use the ship. But first, what you do, get rid of the old book because we don't need that at the moment. That's the older version, so we don't need that one now. That is past. Does every planet have flume cells available, or can you essentially get stranded or die? All planets have flume cells and fuel available because you have to buy fuel. So we're going to go to another planet, and then we're going to encounter that planet and go down to the planet and see what we can sell our fruit and veg for. Now, on my guides, you have, so there are in a sense, there are 3 books, and I've written them. So all you've got to do is print out the books. This one here is slightly different. I haven't printed out the new version yet. Okay, but it's got a different picture on the front now, which kind of matches a bit more like this one. And it'll have book 1 on the front. So you don't need a separate rule book. It's designed so you just pick up book 1 and you just go through it page by page, and then you finish that and it takes you to book 2. You encounter what's in that book, and then go through down to the planet, and then the planet book, and then it explains at the beginning here what you need to do and how you do it. And then when you come to leave the planet, you go to your trade planets index again, and then you go back to have a look at, you can generate some more planets. You can generate up to 5 planets at each stop. Okay, you don't have to do that. I probably wouldn't do that if I was playing. If I saw a planet I was interested in, then I would go down to that planet. So we are going down to this new planet. So we went to Caxo. It was terrestrial, standard technology, stable weather, instability level 2, activity level 1, which actually is now 2 because you double the activity now from now on as a new rule. So we're going to have a look at, we're going to go to Astwosi. I'm just going to call it Astwosi. Take out that A there, just have it Astwosi. There. You can adjust the names. You generate the names of the planet before. So we're not going to go through that stage now. We're just going to say, right, we're in Arctic, and we're going to go down to, we're going to enter the system. So to enter the system, it's a second system. You have to use a flume cell. So we'll cross this off here. So we've got no flume cells. So you can imagine a system. You get there, these big gates hanging in space. They're part of the trade network. You get one of these if you sign up to pay a international trade tax, and the system does, the planet does, and then they get this thing, and then it just creates this whole network. And from these, you can jump to all other systems, and it doesn't matter where they are in the setup. It's the network of trade points that matter, not the distance. So you have to use a flume cell there. It powers the engine, which we call the conduit drive. And the conduit drive, you put a flume cell, it activates when you go through the system gate, uses it's spent, and you arrive at the planet. Now I have 35 free and veg. Now I saw, now I could have generated another world, but I saw that this was a desert world, okay, with extreme temperatures and advanced technology. So this is the Astwosi, the Astwosians on their planet. So we're going to go down and we're going to create a planet sheet for these people. Okay, so we have, let's move this. Okay, we have there Astwosians. Their technology level is advanced. Their geography is desert. Their environment is extreme temperature, extreme temp, and instability level is 3. Okay, so that is the planet. That's where we're heading to. But as we enter the system, we have to use the ship manual. Now, to enter a system, we have this table here. So we go to our, we go to the back where we have the entering a star system. I'm going to use this one just for the ease, because of my position here as I'm filming. This is probably an easier area to do. So establish the location of the planet. In fact, I can do it on this one. Establish the location of the planet on the outer curve by rolling on the planet location table. So planet location. Now the reason is we have these tables is because it's not just a question of a 4 rolling a 4-sided dice necessarily. Because they have different frequencies. So there you cannot locate a table 1, 2, or 7 or 8. It's somewhere in the middle. So we need a 1. Where did all my dice go? Here they are. Here they are. So we've got a 4-sided and a 12-sided. So we're going to roll that now. And we have 2 and 5. So we've got 5 and 2. It's located on 5. So the planet is here on this curve. Okay. Now the activity level is 4. So there are 4 blips on this grid. Here we go. We're going to roll for radar coordinates. So it's a 12 and a 12. And I get another 12-sided die. Can you see that one? Probably not. 12-sided die. There you are. All right, we've got. Going to make a little note of this as well. So we've got, we'll do the red one first, 2, 11. 2, 11, 1A. Okay, that's going to be out of the way. 3, 5, 7B. 7, 5, 8A. And 11, 12, 3B. Okay, so we've got four locations for blips, which are like encounters. So a bit like in, say, Space Hulk. I always give that example. So 1A, that's one blip there. So that's well off the grid. 7B is here. Okay, that's safe. 8A is there. And 3B is there. Okay. So, should be 2A. Was it 2A? I missed that one there. So, I need to head to the planet here. It's a clear path. I don't have to interact with any of these people. But I'm relatively fresh. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to decide to interact. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so 7 times 5 is 35, which is 35 fuel. So when you go vertically like that, it's 5 fuel per space, and you'll see in a minute we'll take that off the table. Now I interact with it here, so this is the blip here that I interact with, and we have to roll on the blip table. Because it might be a mine, it might be an asteroid or a derelict ship. There's a risk it could be pirates. So, but we'll just have to see. So the blip table, we've got 2 12-sided dice again. So 6, 5, 6, 5. It is space pirates in that location. Ironically, it's not quite what I had hoped it would be. So what we do is we go to the space pirates section here, and we have a number of things it could be on this table. So I'm going to roll a 6-sided die and an 8-sided die, and we're going to get some kind of event happen here. So we have got 8, 6 TS, which stands for torpedo strike, which is not good. The pirate ship launches a torpedo and it strikes your hold doors. Spend 1 pilot point or lose 20% through damage. When it sees you survive, the ship flees. Upgrade 1 and 2 take 1 damage. Okay, that's not good. So we lose 35% of our fruit and veg. Sorry, not 30, 20%. So that is 10, 3.5, 7. So we've lost a substantial amount of food there. That's not good. So 728. So that is now down to 28. Very annoying. And we had no pilot points. So you can see there we've got barters and reputation points. We couldn't avoid the pirates, unfortunately. And we take upgrade 1 and 2 take 1 damage on here. Upgrade 1, which is my handling, and shielding, both take 2 damage down here on the little chart. Okay, so that wasn't very helpful. Incidentally, let me just put on here journey to Aswati, and the date today. Anybody got the date today? What is the date today? I live in a void. The 5th of the 10th, 23. Current fuel as we entered. What do we have fuel as? Did we spend some fuel before? Probably. Let me just check. I didn't transfer it. Oh, we'll just take it off there for the minute. So we had to travel there. We did, and we travel this way. So we haven't got to the planet yet. And then we're going to go. So that's 10. Up is 5, and then up another 5 takes me there. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 45, 50, 55, which takes my fuel down to 30. So I need to buy some fuel as well. Thanks, Emmett. So we have got to the planet. So the current fuel was 85, and now that's down to 30. Okay. You'd obviously this is a bit neater if we're doing it in our own space. So we now have entered the system, and that's the ship's manual done with for the moment. And we go to the planet guide, which is here, and we roll to see the tax, which is 2d6. We're on an advanced world, so the tax, this gets taken off the sold goods. Okay, so when you sell any goods, you have to pay tax on them. So 1 and 2, so that is 4% tax. And then we've got to figure out what is the illegal goods for this planet. Number of illegal goods is 4 by 12 here. So 3, 1. So 1, 3, 4. 4 types of illegal goods. Okay. So we're going to have to roll this here. So we've got 1, 4 military weapons. Bring that over to here. Military weapons are illegal. What else have we got? 7, 4 narcotics. We've had military weapons. If you are duplicate, roll again. 4 and 6 and 8. SM. Synthetic meat. Shield dice shield. This looks awesome. Loving 2d6, by the way. Thank you. Thank you, Shield Dice Studio. Hope you're well. And then the final one is 6 by 3 narcotics. 5 by 1 narcotics. 8 by 1 military weapons. 2 by 6 computers. Computers are illegal goods. You cannot sell or buy computers in this. In fact, we could have an illegal goods column on here. This is a good one. Illegal goods column. I'm going to add that in. You see, this is why we're doing this. Okay. Right, so we've established a tax 4% on any sold goods, which is looking like we are taking a bit of a hit, to be honest. Customs, official's name. Let's generate a name here. So we've got 12 by 20. So we've got 5. Yon, that's his first name. And then second name is 9 by 16. What have we got? Faux. And and then we can mix these up if we need to. 10 by 5. Yon for roll. Yes, Yon for roll. Excellent. That's perfectly fine. Let's have. He's advanced, so we're going to have some kind of cybernetic life form here. Going to draw a little face. Here he is. Okay. Yeah. He's got some kind of sash thing going on here. There he looks. He doesn't look happy. He's got some kind of a visor thing going on here. There he is. And he's going to have a trait as well. So let's have a look at his trait here. Yon, 5th. He's placid. Okay. Don't know why I put that one in capitals, but I did. They have nothing to say, so no effect. Corruption level. Let's have a look. How do we do corruption level? It says it on here. I can do stick figures. To establish the official corruption level, generate a number on the number chart. Roll a d8, and then round half and round up. Or roll d4. 4. Okay. Goods modifiers, we'll deal with that in a minute. Right, so we've got an idea here. So Yon for roll, he's placid, but it's deceiving because actually he's quite corrupt. He's got a very high corruption level of 4. The world is at the instability level 3, which is high, and there are 4 types of illegal goods with a relatively average 4% tax for an advanced planet. All right, so we've got that so far. So let's go through customs. We're going to do a customs check. So we have no illegal goods, but customs check table, subtract the official's corruption level from the roll. So even if we roll 8, we still get a 4, which is bad because that's 300 credits. We can use, let's check the ship's manual here. We can use, let me just check here. For every 100, oh yeah, we've got no cash either to try and bribe the guy with. You can try and bribe them. So we are in a spot of trouble here as we've entered this. So what you would do, so this particular system is corrupt. So you'd go in with some cash ready to deal with it, but because we didn't really know that because we haven't been here before, and it is a corrupt location, we are going to I can feel it already. God, look at this guy. I just know when I go through customs check, something's going to happen. Something is going to happen. Right. Let's do the customs roll. It's not going to be good. So -4 from the roll. 6, which gives us a 2. You find 20% of one advanced trade good has appeared. There is nothing you can do, and you must proceed. So thankfully, we have no advanced goods, which is really handy. All we have in our cargo is some fruit and veg, which some of it is complete mush because we got torpedoed by some space pirates coming into the bloody galaxy, into the system. This is not good. Anyhow, we got through customs. We've got no illegal goods. Oh no, hang on a sec. I'm rolling on the wrong table. We'll go back on that. So we've got to roll on the advanced level. So getting ahead of myself. So whenever you go into a planet, it's based upon the technology. And I forgot because we just gone straight into it. It is the advanced tech level. So we rolled a 6 minus. So if the planet has unpredictable storms, extreme temperature, or turbulent winds, is then you lose 20% of the following goods: fuel, construction materials, polymer, and metal alloys. It is called a crisis tax. So we go through our ship and we don't have any of that stuff. We just have fruit and veg. We just fruit and veg sellers at the moment, and so we are fine. We managed to avoid any crisis tax that advanced level would have had. We'll go through here. We've got no illegal goods. Right, so we have to establish the trade goods prices. All right, so the state of the market is important here. We need to find out what is the state of the market. Where's my 4-sided die? Oh, there it is. They can hide quite easily, the 4-sided die. So to do this, we roll on this table here, and we get a 4. Oh, damn it, what was that? I didn't see that. 5 ST. It's stable. Okay, well that's good. So the market is stable. We write that on the board here. Stable on the planet sheet, and that is a permanent stat. So that is what this planet is like. But we do have some other things that are going to affect our situation. So we have to, because we're establishing the price of the goods, certain things in the planet will affect those prices, and we need to make a note in the goods modifier note section down here as we go through these. So we check through them as we go, because there are, as I say, a number of things. So firstly, environmental factors. We have on this planet extreme temperature. Now looking at this table here, extreme temperature plus 30% from food type trade goods. So plus 30% to food type. Okay, we'll put these on the thing over here in a minute. We have also extreme temperature, and we are a desert. Okay, so plus, we've also got a plus 40% to food types, minus 20% to precious stones. Now some of these are types, some of these are specific types of goods. So precious stones is one type of good, whereas food types includes a number of different types of foods. Minus 20%. Luxury products are plus 10. Plus 20, sorry. And farm machines are plus 30%. Plus 30%. Okay, so you can see food types are plus 70%. Really expensive, because obviously they're much rarer on this world. And then we need to go to the port official. We roll on the port official has a say in the value of goods on the market. It is something that traders have to pass on to you. Roll on the type of trade good table below. Once established, subtract the corruption level times 10. In fact, it's plus the plus. So I need to change that there. So when there would be so corruption level 3, and you roll a W, there would be plus 30% on to weapons or water, as the case may be. Weapons. Right, so let's have a look at what type of trade good is affected by the corruption level. This guy, this port official, is getting extra money out of one particular product, and we are going to have to suffer the price for it. There is a food, so food could even be more expensive. So let's have a look here. We need a 6 by 8. Let's get a 6 by 8 here. So we've got 1 and 5, and it is weapons. Weapons are plus 40% because the corruption of this guy is corruption level 4. So weapons are plus 40. But military weapons are illegal on this planet. All right. And finally, there is an event. We're going to go to the advanced level. Once we've figured out the event, that will also add a change to the goods modifiers. We have events for advanced tech level. We've got 7. A rich seam of gemstones is discovered in one of the mountain ranges. Luxury products and precious stones are minus 10%. So that is interesting. So luxury products and precious stones, precious gems, are at the moment. So luxury is plus 20. Let me just check that. Yeah. So they are all minus 10. So precious stones is minus 30. And luxury is minus 10. Plus 10. Rather than plus 20%. So that, as a result, better late than never. Hi, Johnny. How are you doing, my friend? Good to see you. We're just doing a little bit of a run through on entering this planet's atmosphere, entering this planet. Okay, so now we go to the advanced tech. We look at the stable column here, and I will transfer these across to the base value for this planet. Okay, so this just takes a minute. Just going to transfer these across. Da, 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 da. $14,200, 70, 25, 20. So all different levels of technology have a different base value to certain items. Okay, right, so we've got that here. So we're now in a position where we've got the base value that we've just written in based upon the market state, which is stable. And over here we have the goods modifier notes. So all food types, in fact I should really put this column in here as well, probably. Types. All food types are plus 70%, okay? So let's just cross that out there. Plus 70%, all food types, which is perfect because we're selling fruit and veg. So this is exactly what I was hoping for. I knew this was a a hot world where the food is obviously going to be at a premium. So we've got fertilizer is plus 70%. Fruit and veg, which is the key one, and you write it into this percentage modifier column. It goes down to livestock, plus 70%, plus 70%. All right, and then we've got meat down here, and then we've got water, plus 70%. And synthetic meat down the bottom here is actually it's classed as synthetic, so it doesn't come under that food bracket. Precious stones are minus precious stones here are minus 30%. Okay, which is interesting. Okay, because that might be worth buying precious stones. Precious stones are more expensive on high-tech worlds, so that's a difficult one. Maybe not. We'll have a look at what that takes it down to. You can use the book to kind of get a guide on what's the standard pricing for items. So let's cross that off here. Precious stones. Farm machines are plus 30%. Plus 30%, which is interesting. Luxury is plus 10%. And weapons are plus 40%. Okay. So, as a result of this, it seems precious stones at minus 30% could be one of the best options for buying on this world. I'm going to so that's 7.5, 15, 23. So if we say 52 on the precious stones, okay, we are going to make some profit on that if we return to an advanced technology world that isn't a desert, that maybe is a rocky world where precious stones may be more readily available. I'm not going to do all the values now, but what I am going to do is I'm going to figure out the value of the fruit and veg, and we're roughly going to say plus 70% on 9 is probably let's say make it 15. Okay, so we've got the fruit and veg is 15 there. So what we'll do is I'm going to sell what I've got left of my fruit and veg on my ship. Now remember, I started off with 200 credits. So if we sell our fruit and veg at 15, 15 times 28 is 240. Is that right? No. Yeah, 240. Is the alcohol about food time? Oh, it is, yeah. $420. Thank you. My calculator's on my phone, so it's kind of... So that gives me 420. I knew it was something like that. Forget what I said. And 420. You sure it's 420? No, it's not, is it? 5 times. Anybody? That doesn't. So 10 times 28 is 280. And maybe you're right. Any case, we'll go with 420. Thank you, Jeff. And what we'll then do is we need to buy a flume cell and some fuel. So when we go to the we'll go back here to the planet guide. When we've finished there, we can go through and look at how much it's going to cost for a flume cell. It costs 200 for, even checked in Excel. I'm happy with 420. So we've made double the profit on this cell, which is fantastic. Even though we lost some stuff to Space Pirates. So I need 200 to buy a flume cell. So I can spend 220 on something else. And I'm going to buy 4 precious stones. So 4 precious stones for 208. Okay. 4 precious stones for 408, which gives me 212 left on here. Okay. So we've got 212 because I need to buy a flume cell. So otherwise I can't get out. And I'm going to need to buy some fuel actually. So we will spend 12 on the fuel, which takes us up to no, we need more than that. So I can only buy three of these because I need to buy fuel. See, I've been somewhat scuppered by the pirates destroying some of my stuff. So we're going to take let's do this again. 420 minus 200. We'll just say we're doing the flume cell now. 220 minus 156, which would give me 44, 64 left over, and then to buy some fuel as well. I'm guessing the flume cells always cost the same. No variance based on the planet. That is right, but you can get them in traders. You can get them in space traders, but they're slightly more expensive, and you can salvage them from derelict ships as well. So there are other options of getting those. So we have got we aren't making a profit. We've lost out on this transaction, and that is because of the encounters we've had. But what I would then do going into the next system, I'd probably purposely try and encounter some blips to see whether I could mine some asteroids or find a derelict ship or a discarded cargo to boost what I have got. And I would definitely be looking at going to a planet where precious stones, so another advanced planet, so we could make more profit based upon. But there is a difficulty level involved with this game, which is good. So I'm pleased about that. We're going to buy some more fuel. And we're going to put it on here for the minute. We're going to buy say 50 more fuel, so we've got 80. Take that down to 14. So we've still got some potential for trading there as well. Not a lot. Right, so it hasn't been a great day. Space Pirates destroyed some of our fruit and veg. We got a fairly decent price, but because we needed a flume cell, we've had to buy one of those, which is one of the things about being a space trader. And then to finish off our little tryout here, we are going to go to the entertainment district, feeling slightly annoyed, and we're going to have a roll on here. Now, you can you may gain some kind of benefit or penalty from the encounter. You can spend up to 2 reputation points to adjust the roll upwards. So if you roll 2, yes. But alas, I've got 1 reputation point. Okay, we're going to spend the reputation point here. We've got none there, so we get +1 to the die roll. Let's see what happens. 5, 6. Let's go to the advanced. Remember, it's based on the tech level. So you are soon swept up in a trade fair and take part in a number of activities. Your participation is appreciated. Gain 1 reputation point. Oh, there you go. Well, that wasn't any good, was it? We gained a reputation point back for spending 1. It got us into a place, and it just meant we just exchanged some pleasantries with some people of influence. You can gain things like computers, bartering points, and some other bits and pieces there. The world have been better. You are delighted to see a flight simulator. Yeah, gain 2 pilot points. Yeah, that would have been good. That would have been handy. Yeah. That's just how it goes. There is investment opportunities we talked about before, but I've got no money to do that, so I'm not going to be investing in any land, property or businesses, which you would add in to this section of the investment. So I am heading out from the planet feeling slightly perturbed that I couldn't make much profit, in fact, if any profit, because I had to buy a flume cell. So it is, it's not looking good. So at this point, we have 2 planets, and they've all got certain prices. I'll fill the rest of those in so that we can look at those another time. And I have to then find a planet where I'm going to be able to sell my precious stones for a value, and hopefully land some asteroids as we enter in the new system. So we're going to be looking for a system that has an activity level that's quite high, and I guess we'll just have to see what turns up on the next test. So yeah, that feels better. It feels a bit more connected than last week. So I will be looking to launch this tomorrow, and when I do, it's going to be on itch.io to begin with, and I'm going to be looking for feedback, what people feel. Also, if people spot any typos, I will make it clear when I publish it that it is almost like a beta, if you like, where people will be experimenting with it. Bearing in mind that it still may need some balance tweaking, because stuff like this, it takes quite a lot of time to test it. But so far, I feel like it very much is pushing me a bit. It's kind of like testing me. Am I going to be able to do it, or is this venture going to fail? And it's very much about finding those planets which have the really good prices for certain items. So we'll just have to see how it goes. That if I would have, yes. Okay, guys. No, that was good discussions earlier on. Nice to play this through a little bit, and I am keen to hear how people get on with this game and what they think. So, John, so we can get a copy from itch.io. itch.io. You mean itch.io? It will be available tomorrow. So the best thing to do is to go into itch.io, itch.io, and if you're not registered there, register, and then search me. It's oh, hang on, just lost the feed there. Yeah, look for 2d6 Dungeon, and you'll find me on there. What's the shipping status? Sorry if it's already talked about at the beginning of the stream. I can just do a quick go over with that as well, Godzilla. Yes, there is a link for itch.io. Nick put it up there earlier, so you can scroll back if you want, or just look up 2d6 Dungeon on, because the demo is on there, so you'll be able to see it there. Have a look for me, and then I will also put it out there that it has gone live as well with a link. Status is, come Monday, all backers, all original backers, all their stuff will be sent. All the faux leathers and a good proportion of the late pledges will be sent as well. So we're obviously getting them in every day. So late pledges from, say, a week or 2 weeks ago, say a week maybe, still haven't been sent, because there's a long list. So we're working at the back of the list to get the ones that are furthest away sent as soon as possible. But all the original pledges are going to be sent and done come Monday, because we've been working hard to get the faux done and do them properly and carefully package them. It's been a labour of love, but I don't want anybody to receive, especially the faux leather, which is an expensive product, in a bad condition. I don't want anybody to receive anything in a bad condition, but we've had to take extra care because of the skin, if you like, the surface of the faux leather. So that'll all be gone. So consequently, on Sunday, we are taking down the late pledge form off the Kickstarter and putting a link there to our shop, where you can buy the digital layer paper, the layer and 2d6 Dungeon. So expansion, layers, and 2d6 Dungeon digital, and that's going to be on our website, as well as the physical layer paperback, limited number of hardbacks, and limited number of cards. So there'll be those cards and hardbacks will be limited. Paperbacks for layers and normal rules won't be. They'll just be there. There are no more faux available until the next Kickstarter. And the digitals will also go onto Drive-Thru RPG and onto itch.io. So yes, that is it. Hope I covered everything. Cool. Okay, guys. Anybody got any more questions before we go? Better late than never. I made it. Hi, everybody. David Reeves, how are you doing, my friend? Good to see you. We are just finishing, I'm afraid. But the vlog is available on the YouTube channel. It does sometimes take half an hour to kind of cycle through there. But this vlog and all the other ones that I've done are available. So yeah, so we saw that, we've done the updates, we've got the competition for the monster Halloween creature card, so there's that there. Yes, so that is pretty good. Can't think of anything else. Okay, guys, I will catch up with you next week. I'll be putting stuff out during the week as normal, and everybody have a lovely weekend. You take care, guys.